Andrew Berry met with media at training camp in Greenbrier, West Virginia. Talks about Nick Chubb and his future with the Browns.
Nick Chubb is the type of player and person that you hope is with the organization as long as possible, period. So.
Andrew, going back to the wear and tear with Nick, I mean, do you feel like that is, because it seemed like even back in Georgia, he wasn't the one, the only guy, they had other guys. And then with Kareem and others, since he's been in the pro, do you feel like he's a guy that, the workload has been managed well, for him over the course of his career?
Yeah, I think, Nick has shown himself to be, durable for us. I think you all see on social media how, well he takes care of his body, obviously. He's the consummate professional. So, we're hopeful that he can play as long as possible.
With that, let's welcome in Tyler Johnson from the Faithful Dog podcast, as well as Network 216. Tyler, he went on to say that those clips are both exciting and create anxiety for him as general manager. But everybody's talking about the running back position. We heard from him earlier. He views Nick Chubb as a difference maker. So let's wait and see. It sure sounds like Andrew Berry would like him to be in a Browns uniform as long as he is productive.
Yeah, absolutely. And when you have a player like Nick Chubb, who not only we think, but a lot of people around the NFL believe Nick Chubb is the best running back in the NFL, I think you try and find a way to make that happen for as long as possible. Now, where it gets dicey is his contract. He's currently making this year he's a base salary of $10.8 million. In 2024, it is $11.75 million. So it becomes dicey for the Browns there because in 2024, let's say hypothetically they cut Nick Chubb, they'd be able to save nearly $8 million in cap space. But I think Nick Chubb is in a position too, kind of like the question that was asked. He has not had a lot of wear and tear on his body throughout his NFL career. Last year was the first time he was over 300 rushing attempts in his entire career. You look at 2021, 228, 2020, 190. He's never gone above 300 except last year. So him being going to be 28 years old, the fact that he doesn't have as much wear and tear on his body is a great sign. But I think what's difficult, too, for not only Nick Chubb but other running backs in the league, the position is just really easy to replace. And you hate to say that because we love Nick Chubb. But if Nick Chubb, at the end of his contract, still wants to see $10 million or more, it might be difficult for the Browns to make that happen. I do think as long as the Browns are winning and contending, I do think there's a way they can find to keep Nick Chubb on this roster. And Nick Chubb would even be willing to possibly take a little bit less if it meant that Deshaun Watson wanted him here and that the organization wanted to keep him here and that the Browns were consistently in the playoffs. So something to watch. I really hope the Browns can keep Nick Chubb, but as we're seeing with running backs around the league, it's a huge talking point right now for sure.